I think I lost my coat again. While we're out here, we ought to have a little fun, eh? Do you want to build a snowman? No, I'm not going to sing some cheesy song. What do you think I am, some kind of dork? I'm going to show you how to build a snowman with Google Drawings. In fact, I'm going to show you how to draw anything you want using Google Drawings. That's right, you're about to become an artist. Alright, so you might be wondering what I mean when I say you can draw anything. Basically what I'm talking about is a high-tech version of tracing over other people's pictures to make your own versions of those. And this is actually a pretty fun and creative way to, one, kind of avoid copyright strikes, but two, to kind of put your own twist on an illustration or a picture that you found on the internet. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to drawings.google.com, and actually this works in slides too, so if you want to do it with slides for like animated pictures, but I'm going to just use drawings just because it's a good place to start with this. So today we're going to build a snowman. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a clip art picture of a snowman that I like. So I'm going to go click the insert image button right here, and I'm going to search the web, and I want to find a snowman clip art. Okay, so here are some cool snowmen, and I just have to find one that I kind of like, but I want to put my own spin on, maybe add different attributes, different clothing colors, things like that. So I'll just start with this guy right here. I'm gonna click on him and I click insert, and it will put him into my drawing. So I have this snowman here. So the next thing that you do to kind of create your own version of this is you're going to use the drawing tools in Drawings to basically trace over this. Now there's a couple things you need to know. You need to know about using layers, and you need to know how to move objects around on top and below each other. So I'll show you what I mean when I say that. So with this snowman here, I have some big circles. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to go to the shape drawing tool, and I'm going to find the oval. And I'm just going to try the best I can to kind of trace over the big circles of this particular snowman. So I've done this before, so I have a pretty good idea what I'm doing here. There's a little bit of a learning curve to this, but another cool thing about, like, if yours looks a little different, is it's your own little unique spin on it. All right, so I have these three shapes here. I'm going to do a shift click and click on all three of them to kind of group them together. And I'm going to go up to the line color and make that transparent, and the fill color and make that white. So now I have this kind of snowman shape. So I'm actually going to leave that here, and I'm going to go over here to arrange and group to make that into one solid piece. Now I can move it all around, and my snowman will be kind of stuck together. So earlier when I said you got to know a little bit about layers and moving things on top and below each other, let's say I want to copy the details of the face, make them different colors, or the scarf or whatever. I need to bring that snowman picture back to the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my snowman that I've drawn, and I'm going to hold the control button on my keyboard, and I'm going to press down, and it's going to move my snowman down below this snowman here. So now I have to start thinking of what I want to use here for this snowman, and I'm going to use something called a polyline tool to trace some of these details. So over here you have your line tool. If you push the down arrow, down here you have something called a polyline. And what the polyline does is it allows you to create a multi-shaped object where you get to change the angle of the line every time you click. So what I mean is, if I want to draw a version of this nose, if I just click a few times and pull those lines, I can create that nose shape. So I can do that for all the objects on the snowman's face at this point. So I'll go ahead and I'll trace this hat as well. And this doesn't have to be perfect. This is another thing that's going to take a little bit of a learning curve. I will try to do a quick little trace on this scarf. And that fringe there at the bottom, I'm not even going to try with that because it's going to take too long right now. But I'm going to do the rest of it. All right, there's our scarf, okay? So At this point, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click on this original snowman picture and I'm going to delete it. Okay. Now, it might be kind of hard to see my actual snowman here, so I'm going to change the background real quick. I'm going to do a right click and go to background and make it something that's a slightly different shade so you can see my snowman. Here we go. So I got all the details off of that original picture that I wanted. The rest I can kind of do on my own. The first thing I'm going to do is customize the way that my hat looks. Whoops, I don't want it to be transparent. We'll do a black hat, the transparent outline. The nose, I'm actually going to do a gradient orange color on that nose, make that transparent. And then for the scarf, I'm going to do a gradient red and make that line transparent. So here's my snowman so far. Really all I have left to do is to add some of the little details. And that's where this becomes a pretty cool project to do is you've already done the main object. You can kind of do a little jazz with it now. You can make the arms different. You can add different pieces of detailing to it however you want. In this case, I'm just going to use the shapes and I'm going to come in here and draw some new details for my snowman. I'm actually going to draw the same shape and duplicate it a bunch of times. Control D. So these are all a uniform size. And then I'm going to do like I did before. I'm going to hold shift and click on all these to do a multi-select. And I'm going to change the color on these to a gradient black. So that looks pretty good. Make the line on those transparent as well. Now I'm just going to stick some arms on here. Now I'll use the polyline tool this time, but I'm going to kind of go my own direction with it. So you see, another thing you can do with your polyline is just draw your own shapes. They don't have to be traces. And I'll just take my arms and I'll customize the colors on these, do a multi-select. We'll use like a brown color for those arms. All right, so there you have it. You can draw anything. You are now an artist. You can do all sorts of Google illustrations using drawings, slides, and some of those simple drawing tools. Awesome, guys. Hope you enjoyed the 12 Days of Techmas, Day 5. We'll join you tomorrow for day number 6.